Hey, YouTube family and GN subs, how are you? I hope you are having a wonderful week. I got to tell you, I got some really good breaking news for you in this video. So you're going to have to stay tuned here and find out. There are about four or five items that are really, really good and that you need to know about. You can always get me at hrg@graylaw.com. And hey, we got a lot to unpack today, so let's get at it. All right, first bit of good news. I-751, which are joint or waiver petitions to remove conditions on a marriage application, and or I-829, that is for investors to get green cards. Two forms, basically. Initially, the actual receipt extended your conditional green card. At first, it was 18 months, right? Then they moved it to 24 months. Well, guess what? As of January 23rd, just a couple days ago, it is now valid for 48 months. Why is that significant, folks? 4 years. It's taking a long time to adjudicate these petitions, particularly the I-829, the investor visas. Some of my clients are irate. You know, they invested millions of dollars to get a green card and they can't get the condition removed. And then restrictions on travel because they had to go downtown, get an I-551 stamp in the passport. They were in lines for a long time. And boy, it was inconvenient. So this is welcome news. Same thing for marriage cases, right? On I-751 joint petitions. You know, my brother-in-law, who was married to a Filipina, is currently today stuck in the Philippines. He forgot to look at the receipt. On his receipt, the validity was 24 months. He was trying to come back in the U.S. and it was beyond 24 months from the date of the expiration of the green card, and he got stuck. Oh boy, I'll tell you, all last week, I was really doing everything I could with the U.S. consulate, which is impossible, by the way, to get him back in the U.S. to get a foil stamp in his wife's passport. I called him on January 23rd with the good news. Hey, it's extended for 48 months now. Get your plane ticket and get back to the U.S. because they wouldn't let him on the plane initially. They said, look, this was last week, right? Before this announcement, last week, they said, look, your receipt is expired. We can't let you on the plane. You got to go to the U.S. consulate. In any event, hey, family is coming home. That's great news. So this is really welcome news. So here's what you need to do. You need to have, when you travel, your I-797 receipt, your expired conditional green card, and your passport, right? Look at the receipt dates. 4 years from the expiration of your expired conditional green card is the validity. Great news. I put a link in the description box below. You can check out the announcement from USCIS. It's pretty clear. Another bit of good news. I wanted to clarify, last video, I talked about Welcome Corps, right? This is the online process to get a green card and come to the US. Brand new stuff, right? A lot of people were confused on a couple points, and I just want to clarify a couple points. Number one, it's only for those overseas. You cannot do this in the US, folks. It's only for those who are overseas can you apply for Welcome Corp to get a green card. Number two, the process is currently like the TPS process, right? Sponsor fills an application online. Basically, then an email comes, you make the application, and then it tells you that you can travel, it's approved, you get your ticket, and you come to the US. Everything is online, it's efficient, and it's fast, all right? However, it is not for TPS. This is for a green card, folks, right? All right, third bit of clarification on Welcome Corps. It's for those who can prove fear of persecution. It could be from any country. Okay, it doesn't have to be from the TPS countries, right? Any country, if you qualify for asylum, if you can show fear of persecution, you qualify, make the application online, get the green card, and come to the US. All right, another bit of good news. COVID flexibility, right? For appeals, I've talked about this time and time again. I think they're going to make it permanent. They've extended it again. I told you they would, and they have. As of January 24th, USCIS just announced they are extending the time to file appeals, all right? And this is how it looks. All right, so if there is a notice of intent to deny, a notice of intent to terminate, notice of intent to revoke, notice of intent to withdraw, a TPS. If the government issues this, right, generally you have 30 days to respond. And again, that's never been enough time. So they are allowing from the due date of that notice, you have an additional 60 days to respond. For denials and N336 appeals, you have 90 days from the date the notice was issued, all right? So if you have a denial or you have any of these notice of intent to deny, notice of intent to revoke, to deny, etc., additional time, if these notices were issued before March 23rd, 2023. So they've extended it basically a couple of months here. I put a link in the description box below. You can check it out. All right, final bit of good news for today. Dependent spouses of H visas and L visas. H1s are professionals working in the U.S. Their spouses are H4. L1, intercompany transferee, non-immigrant visas. Their spouses are L2. So generally, spouses of H's and L's are permitted to work legally in the U.S. They have to file an application, an I-765. Today, that I-765 is taking 2 years. So guess what? Ayla, you know our lawyers, right? Sued USCIS. They settled. USCIS settled and said, look, we will adjudicate the I-765, the application for work authorization, and the I-539, the application for dependent status of the principal H and L. We will adjudicate them concurrently. So you can actually premium process the I-539 and the I-765 now. Instead of waiting 2 years, you get it in 15 days. That is unbelievable news for all of you H's and L's. Hey, YouTube family and GN subs, thanks so much for watching GrayLaw TV. Click below, like, and subscribe. Go to my playlist. Lots of content for free, lots of good stuff. I'm getting, tons of comments from my subscribers. I call them good news subscribers, and I answer all of their questions that they leave in the comments. So, hey, you can get me at hrg@graylaw.com. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.